On a scale of 1 to super tired, how tired do I look right now? The coffee has not kicked in yet. Hopefully it will soon. Hey guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I put on my foundation using a great foundation, which I think you do, keep on watching. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe, and I'd greatly appreciate it. And let's get right on into it. So to start off with, I do already have moisturizer on. I have the Cetaphil Oil Control Moisturizer. It also has SPF 30 in it, which is good for me, clearly, because I have very pale skin, but also it's just good in general. And then under my eyes, I have this L'Oreal Eye Defense Eye Cream. So yeah, moisturizer, eye cream, whatever you want to call it. So before we get into the foundation, we are going to prime with this Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. And to be completely honest with you guys, you know what? Like a big reason why I wanted to buy this, because the bottle is aesthetically pleasing. Just being real with you. And also I love Urban Decay, as should be apparent in my last video, which I will link down below. You should watch that too. I just did about one pump and then just rubbed it all over my face. And then the foundation that we will be using that I love, to me it's Holy Grail, I have used this for over a year, is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I am in the shade 1.5 because I'm pale, and I just did about one pump, and then I'm just going to disperse it. This is how I put on my foundation. It's pretty thin as well, but to me that makes it very easy to blend, which is always a plus. And then you just like leave it right there, and then it just kind of, you know, absorbs into your skin. No? Okay, well actually we will be using the It Cosmetics for Ultra Brush. I'm not sure the exact name, but I will link that down below in the description box. And then I just do patting motions to kind of blend it in. You see how easy that was to blend? Just kind of blend on here so there's no harsh lines. It's not cute. And then I have some breakouts and more concentrated down here. So I just do about another like half pump, I'd say, just whatever I feel, and then just kind of do another layer there to make it look like I don't have any flaws. And just blend it in some more. So that's it for the foundation. Before this, I was using a different one and it oxidized, so there was like a line on my face at the end of the day, and just like it was darker, and it was, I mean, maybe I could have tried a different shade, but regardless, I was not a fan. But I did hear, then I heard one of my friends talking about this foundation, and she said that she really liked it, that it like blended really well for her, worked great for her. But the one thing that was kind of like a drawback a little bit before me, this was before my love for Urban Decay. This was maybe like beginner level. But anyway, it is $40, which I'm aware is not cheap, but to me it's totally worth it. I love makeup and beauty, and it works really well for my skin. So I really do enjoy that. I think it blends great, and I could go on, but we won't do that. So I also have really bad dark circles underneath my eyes. I'm not sure how much you can tell, but believe me, just trust me, they're there. So we're gonna cover that up. Oh, let me show you first. We're gonna cover that up with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. Oops. Just gonna do a little of that. And then I use my ring finger to blend that in. Probably could have used a little bit less, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so I'm not sure how much you can tell between the eyes. Like I said, just promise me it's there, but I think that this concealer works great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Do the other eye. Okay, and then next we're going to conceal the acne because the foundation did really work well, but I still have some kind of like peeking through that want to be seen, but I don't want them to be seen. So for that, surprisingly, I do not use an Urban Decay product. I use the Benefit Boing Concealer. It is industrial strength concealer, and I use the shade number 1. It just looks like this. And to be concealing that, I will be using the Sigma concealer brush in F70. That was an awkward way of showing the brush, but we've already been through the fact that I'm awkward. So just conceal. And I still have some blemishes over here, unfortunately. Like, I'm 24, but let me tell you, I'm still gonna get acne apparently. Honestly, my skin is not as bad as it used to be though, so I probably shouldn't complain too much. And then for some reason, the end of my nose is reddish. So I just put some concealer over that, make it appear like I don't have that problem. So at this point, I would usually do my eyeshadow, but I'm not going to be concentrating on that in this video. You know, people have their routine of how they do their makeup, but instead I'm just gonna go in with powder. For setting the under eyes, I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Sheer, I believe it's called the Under Eye Setting Powder. I will link that down below, but it doesn't say that on the packaging, unfortunately. So I just kind of get some out. And then I'm going to be using this Opulent Beauty small contour brush, but I'm not going to be contouring with it. I am going to be setting my under eyes. So I just get some kind of in the lid and then tap out the excess. And then the same for the other eye. And for setting my overall face, I haven't found a Holy Grail setting powder, but right now I'm going to be using this. I am honestly not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going to attempt. It's Manna Kadar Beauty. They gave me in the shade C3 Flawless Linen. I say they because I got this in my Ipsy bag for July. I believe that the shade matches me pretty well, and I'm going to be using the Sigma Large Powder F20 brush for this. And like I said, like I got this in my Ipsy bag, so this is not the full size. This is just what I have. And I just kind of swirl, tap off the excess. And set my face. Like I said, I didn't find a Holy Grail product for setting my face, but also before this one, I also have tried the One Heck of a Blot by Soap & Glory. I liked it pretty good, but I'm still kind of out there and I still want to find a better powder, just like, I don't know. I'll still keep on trying them. No shade, those both work great. I'd still recommend them. So this is it for my base, my foundation, whatever you want to call it. And like I said earlier, I would normally finish this off, well, I didn't mention this earlier, but I would go ahead and finish this off with bronzer and blush, highlighter, eye makeup, lip makeup, that kind of thing, but we're not focusing on that in this look, so that's the end of this video. I want to thank you again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.